All right, another lesson learned because I live with a Danish girlfriend. It has to do with anger and how anger can be used and is used in our lives. Everyone gets angry, and it's a very basic and a very useful emotion because it can be very clarifying in terms of getting to the truth, but it also can be very distracting because it can eat you away in your very soul, and then you stop thinking rationally. And I have discerned from talking with Danish Girlfriend that Americans and Danes have a different relationship with anger. So for example, one evening we're having dinner and I turn to Danish Girlfriend and I say, look, I had a very, very bad argument with my sister about my mother. I'm very angry. And I just want to tell you that because I don't want to say something I don't mean. And then Danish Girlfriend says, that's interesting because people in Denmark have a different take on what people do when they get angry. And she says, in Denmark, a lot of times people will say, don't get me angry because I don't want to say something that I mean. That is the truth. That is a truth, that an unpleasant truth that will only come out if I am angry and I lose some of my restraint. And I found that very interesting because Americans and Danes, it is different because Americans will get angry and it will just spiral out of control. They won't, when they get angry, Americans tend to avoid the truth. And they'll get angry and it'll turn out to be a vicious cycle that devolves. And it happens in families. I know that. Family relationships, you can get angry over a toaster and then you don't speak to someone for 20 years. For instance, I work in an organization and someone got angry about not getting enough appreciation for a task they did, and they said, well, go, I quit. Well, I actually took them for their word, and I told everyone else they quit. And then they email me a month later, and they say, I didn't mean that. I go, but it sounded like the truth. And certainly in politics, where everyone seems to be getting angry, and then they avoid what is the issue that getting angry, and then they just make personal attacks on you. Whereas I think in Denmark, while it's equally painful and it hurts when you get angry and you admit something, at least you get down to the truth. And I'll tell you something, I think that is truly the difference, because that is where America has a trouble. Because as they say in the movie A Few Good Men, where Jack Nicholson says, you can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Well, I don't think it's about handling the truth. I don't think people in my country, and it seems that way from looking at the media and having personal relations, that people in America can't handle the anger. Thank you kindly.